Hey folks, my name's Rene Enriquez. Welcome back to another episode of Uncensored. We're going to continue with the Past the Wire series. I got a different kind of call for you today. This is Micke Moreno, also known as Mike Boo from Norwalk. He's going to be discussing an issue of territorial control and dispute with two individuals who are incarcerated. These two individuals work for Mexican Mafia member Darryl Baca, and they're attempting to resolve an issue where one of Darryl Baca's connections is being robbed. So let's get into this audio now, and we'll be sure to embed graphics where they're necessary so you know who the players are, like Darryl Baca's picture, Mike Boo's picture, silhouettes of the individuals who identify themselves. So you get some familiarity with who the players are here. All right, here we go, folks.
Yeah.
Hello. This is nephew.
Hey, what's up, nephew?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
So the individual receiving the call is Micke Moreno, Mexican Mafia member, part of the Moreno family dynasty of Mexican Mafia members. You'll see his graphic and depiction now. The other individual is only identified as nephew, FNU, LNU. First name unknown, last name unknown. He's just a voice, right? And he's contacting Mike to relay information from prison to the streets.
No, what's up?
Okay, I got my camarada on the line, my partner, Smokey de Rivera.
Uh-huh.
Hey, mucho gusto there, one.
Hey, ¿qué ole?
All right, well, before we get started, I mean, I know people call you different names and initials, but what do you prefer to be addressed as?
MB or Mike,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, I just don't, sometimes people, you might have somebody call you this and then not somebody else, so, okay. All right, well, mucho gusto, Mike, and,
Okay, igualmente, hombre.
okay. All right, well, go ahead, Neff, and start talking to about that.
Okay. Well, look, I know there was an issue. I'm sure you were concerned about this dude, Willie.
Who?
Willie, the paisa. Okay, well, have you talked to...
refresh my memory on...
Okay, Willie is the paisa. He's from our backyard, and he's living right there in your backyard. And
just for clarification, Willie the Paisa living in their backyard means that he is living in Artesia. He's from their backyard, from Artesia, but he's living in Mike Boo's backyard, which is Norwalk. I apologize for that mix-up.
Over there, he's been over there for some time, and Lucky. Do you talk to Lucky?
Yeah, briefly.
Okay, well, he was the one that was telling me that he was bringing this issue up on your behalf, and basically asking for a little bit of respect.
I think I recall that now. Yeah.
Just so you know, that's a euphemism, a little bit of respect. That sounds just like, hey, respect me, right? But that's not what it means. It means that he wants tribute. He wants to be paid tribute. That Lucky intervened on behalf of Micke Moreno so that he would receive tribute from this individual who's dealing drugs in his area, in an area that belongs to Mike Boo, in an area that Mike Boo controls.
All right. Well, I mean, I explained to you my circumstance of my situation as far as being in here. I wasn't trying to jump on this subject, but I mean, it wasn't able to be handled any other way. I mean, we had to jump in because the homies out there weren't addressing it the right way. So, I mean, he's got this. Excuse me real quick. Hold on.
What you're hearing in the background, that loud noise, that immediately identifies the location as a prison. It could be a staff alarm, a personal alarm from an officer, or it could be count time. In this event, it's during count time. They are doing alarm checks, which occur and every building at about between 4 and 4:20 before the 5 o'clock count.
Yeah, what was that?
It's the long table. Yeah, it's the count over here. Just give me a quick second until they finish up right here. Thanks, sir. Okay, hello. That should be it. All right.
All right.
So basically, I mean, how can we help you out in solving this issue?
Okay, now what kind of give me a little rundown again.
Okay.
Didn't you want me to start, Holmes? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look, excuse me, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But okay, it's like this, Mike. Okay, there's a Paisa over there, and basically what he does is he pays respects to Darryl. Okay, but he to Darryl, Niteowl.
Niteowl, okay.
What they're describing now is a Mexican national by the name of Willie who deals drugs in Norwalk and pays Darryl Baca in Pelican Bay State Prison, Darryl Baca being Niteowl from Artesia, paying him tribute or tax money.
Okay, and that's who we're representing, and that's who basically we direct for everybody in here. Okay, you have your boys out there, and we have ours, and currently they're not getting things settled. And nobody wants to try to disrespect you or any way or nothing like this. But I guess
the only thing that I was bringing up is that and that goes for anybody. If they're doing pretty good for themselves, and I understand that they're already looking out for a brother and all that, and that's fine. But if they're doing good for themselves and they're right there in pretty much my area right there, I don't see why it would be a problem to for them to automatically. I mean, I put myself in that spot right there, and what would I do? You know what I mean? Okay, I'm looking out for my field right here, and also, but I'm right here. You know what I mean? And I'm doing pretty good for myself. I won't have no problem with that. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? If I was in that situation right there, and if I was doing good for myself, hey, all right, here you go. This is out of respect or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I would do.
Yeah, well, we agree with you. That's why we're talking to you now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just we were raised in here, so we do things the way it is in here too, and it's all about respect, and all of us, here for the same cause.
Yeah, we're all trying to look out for each other. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
It's all the same. We're all representing the same thing.
Yeah.
So you've seen the smooth way in which Mike Boo suggests to them that the individual dealing drugs is doing so well that if it was him, he wouldn't be opposed to helping another Mexican Mafia member, even though he's already paying tax to Darryl Baca. And they immediately agreed. They agreed saying that that's why they're there. It's about mutual respect, and they're going into that whole spiel now.
Why, we're getting at you to see, how can we assist you on this? I mean, what is it that you want? I mean, as far as
look, I'm not doing. I don't know what you guys think or what, but I'm kind of struggling. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not doing all that great. If it wasn't for the camaradas that helped me out, it would be pretty hard for me right now.
Okay.
Whatever you can do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever you guys can do.
So there's no.
It would be helpful. It would be helpful to me.
So
we don't have a problem with that.
And so I mean, there's no set there's no set amount. Whatever comes from his quota.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, whatever you think. You know the situation. The guy's been over there. if if he's been pretty good for himself, I'm sure it won't hurt him to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're establishing an amount now. And Mike Boo's being pretty open-ended on it. He doesn't want to get hooked up for extortion. So it's like whatever comes from the cora, which means heart, right? Corazon. Whatever comes from the heart. Another euphemism that's used to describe extortion. Because in anybody's right mind, who sends money to an unknown, virtually unseen individual in prison? Like, I want $500. Okay, sure, I don't know you. Here's $500. Nobody does that. So you have to look at it within its context, that this is an act of extortion that's occurring. They're extorting a Mexican national who's dealing drugs in Norwalk, California, and they're just hammering out the agreement between two mob territories, Artesia and Norwalk, because the guy that controls this drug dealer is from Artesia, but the individual dealing drugs is literally dealing in Mike Boo's territory. Therein lies the rub. That's why Mike wants his cut, because the guy's dealing drugs out of his territory.
Okay, and now, are you aware that he has given something up less than a week ago?
What's that?
He gave up 150 a week ago, and he shot that string shot. So, I mean, we are acknowledging that, and we are giving you respect, and as well as he is. We are going to be talking to him later on. Now, whenever he does shoot something, how do you want to go about that?
You can probably just give it to Lucky.
Okay.
He's the one that's pretty good with that. He'll get it to me.
Okay. And yeah, and just so you know, less than a week ago, he did give 150 up, and he did that string shot.
Okay.
So I mean, just like the homie was saying, we have no problem doing that, and we know how things work and how they're supposed to go, and we do acknowledge that, and that's why we're getting at you, because it wasn't able to be resolved any other way. So okay, now with this paisa, okay, this dude has been robbed several times in the past, and by people that live around him, and so we're asking for your help. I mean, we're going to give you, he's going to give you respect no matter what's due you, no matter what. That's off the top, and that goes without saying, and that goes for anybody, anywhere we're at, any situation like that. Okay, now if you could assist us in letting them know.
That's no problem. I'll talk to Lucky, and I'll make sure that whatever they can do on their part right there to help him out and make sure that doesn't happen to him while he's right there. We'll take care of that.
Okay. All right. All right. Now that we resolved this issue, we want to open up the door and try to build a rapport with your familia and who you got out there, not just out there, but in here. I know there's been some differences in the past, but as far as us, we're not looking back. All we want to do is look forward, and like the homie said, we're for the betterment of the cause. And so, networking and being able to talk to each other and work with each other, we'd be able to get a lot more done. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. To get to communicate, we have to communicate.
Okay.
So, as Nephew stated, they want to open up lines of communication to resolve conflict. I believe that they're going to get into the stopping of gang violence in those specific areas, right? But this call is almost at its end. We're going to listen to another minute or so just until they wrap it up. And I just wanted to give you like a different tone, a different set of people communicating in a somewhat discreet manner. I'm picking this all apart. I mean, an average individual can. But for the unlearned in this type of communication, you're not going to know what they're speaking about. You're thinking about their backyards or something like that, but that's not the case. They're talking about territorial issues here for the Mexican Mafia.
Now, Here's a question: do you have it, or do you have people out there right now that could say have everybody in line in your backyard? And the reason I'm asking this is because, okay, as far as in my backyard, as far as the homies banging or anything like that, we could control that.
Yeah.
And so, to avoid any heat or any problems, and to stop any tension that we have between our backyards, would you be willing, or would you be willing or interested in doing something like that?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay. All right. Well, I know Lucky real good. We've done time together in the past, and I got a pretty good relationship with Lucky. Is he the one to go to?
Yeah, he's the one to go to.
And all.
Sure, he'll come directly to me.
Okay.
If he has to, you know what I mean. But I'll talk to him, and you can let him know also. You can let him know what you're looking for. You know what I mean? More or less what you guys need, the help you need, or whatever it is. Let him know, and he'll, if he can take care right then and there, I'm sure he'll do it, or he'll come to me with it, and I'll give him the okay, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I think he would be the best one to go to.
So there you have it, folks. 2 individuals from prison calling Mike Moreno on the streets to resolve a territorial issue. And then also, after the territorial issue is resolved with the individuals who are being robbed, Willie, the Baca who's living in Norwalk, they immediately shift onto control of street gangs and street violence. And Mike agrees. He agrees that Lucky's the guy that is his go-to guy. And I really like the diplomacy in Mike Moreno. When I knew him, he was always that laid back. He was an easy, personable individual, really laid back, not aggressive, didn't politic, just went about doing his thing. And you're seeing that come through in his personality here too on the phone. Okay, folks, that wraps up this episode, Past the Wire. Stay tuned for another episode soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace out, folks.